Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Hacking with Friends. Today, I have my friend Tim, a computer science student, here with me again, and we're going to get into some more payloads that we're building for the Wi-Fi duck that are specifically targeting Windows computers.
Yes, that's
Yep.
what we're doing.
So last time we used a tool called Red Rabbit, which was pretty cool, and we even managed to find a couple bugs with it, which the developer reached out and said hello and fixed them. So that's really cool. We might even, maybe if we have time, test one of them and see if maybe the updated version actually has fixed. For example, the zip file brute forcing is apparently fixed.
Oh, nice.
So it's really awesome to maybe reach back and see if any of these things have been fixed or if there's been any effect for us doing these live streams. So yeah. Feels really cool to get to do a live stream on a tool and then have the developer actually take it seriously and fix stuff.
That's super cool of him.
Yeah. So thank you for that. We really appreciate it. All right, so what we're going to be working with today, if anyone is curious and never seen one before, if I could grab that from you,
Yes, here you
is
go.
called the Wi-Fi duck. Now, last week, we had our guest, Stefan Krumser, on, who goes by Spacehoon or Space Chicken on the internet. And he showed this device off, which is basically, actually, two different microcontrollers. One of them is able to pretend to be a keyboard, which is very advantageous for hackers because it gives us the ability to do all sorts of stuff that would be flagged by antivirus while pretending to just be a person sitting behind the keyboard. Now, the computer tends to trust this because it's the only way people can really interface with the computer most of the time is to use a keyboard. So by default, a lot of machines will be far more trusting of these malicious commands when delivered by something that looks like a keyboard. And in this case, that's what we're using this for. Now, we could make our own USB rubber ducky, which is a pretty famous tool where we can load up a payload, plug this in, and it'll run very quickly to execute the payload. But there is a problem. We don't know what operating system we're going to come up against, so we might have a payload for Windows on here and find a Linux system, or we might have a payload for Mac OS and come up against a Windows system. It really is confusing for you to know exactly what you're going to find. So the solution is adding another microcontroller. In this case, we can use this $2 ESP8266 to give the fake keyboard Wi-Fi. And now it creates a Wi-Fi access point or a Wi-Fi hotspot so you can join it. And then when you do, it hosts its own actually web page that has all the interfaces and everything baked in. So you can scan and do all this other, well, in this case, you can connect to it. You can load payloads. You can select the channel it's on. So if you find that there's a bunch of other stuff on it and it's running slow, you can kind of move it over so it's easier to work with. There's lots of cool stuff you can do with it now that it's been upgraded with Wi-Fi and a really slick interface. So that's what we're going to be using today to craft these payloads that we're going to be using for Windows. Now, that's kind of a lot. And if you want to take a look at the episode we did last week and the week before, we've been using this tool for both Windows payloads and just kind of messing around with how you would get started with it. You can also check out Stefan's website at spacehoon.com, I believe, and his GitHub repository as well. So this is a fantastic open source project, and it's really cool to be able to work with it because, man, it is super fast to write a piece of code, run it, and then tweak it or fix it depending on the result, which we're going to be doing on your computer today.
All right. Okay, give me that.
So last week, we did a bunch of stuff with Windows. We brute forced a zip file, and I believe we also did some privilege escalation.
Did we?
I think, remember, we got administrator or something. Or no, sorry, we disabled the Windows anti-malware.
Scan interface,
Scan interface, yeah. So we did some stuff that we shouldn't have been able to do with the privileges that we had in order to run code that was bad in memory.
That was fun.
Yeah, which was really fun. So today we're going to take the step of actually going from scratch. And while we were working off of a previous script that we'd written before that, on the last example, we want to kind of work from scratch today and show you guys what it looks like to make some payloads for Windows. And yeah, just come up with some stuff as we go. So what is your idea today?
There's two things I want to do. I want to create a PowerShell script that automatically converts other PowerShell scripts into DuckyScripts.
Nice.
Which is very simple. It just adds some padding and adds some delay commands and enters. And then I also want to go through a PowerShell script that I wrote that grabs all of your Chrome passwords and displays them on the terminal screen.
Okay, well, I'm glad we're doing this on your computer and not mine. So there is one thing that might come up though, and that is when you're connected to the Wi-Fi duck, since we're doing it on your computer, we're probably gonna have to deal with the fact that you can't download any scripts while also controlling this thing over Wi-Fi.
Right. So yeah, since I'm going to be connected to this as the main network that I'm connected to, if my script says, "Oh, grab something from the internet," it's not necessarily going to work unless I specify in the script to connect to a different network.
Right, but that's only really a vulnerable or a problem if you're doing this on yourself.
Yeah, if you're doing this on yourself, and if you only have one network adapter.
Right. So if you were Ethernetted in, then it would also not be a problem.
Right. Yeah.
Cool.
Or
Makes
had one
sense.
of those cool network adapters you showed in one of your early episodes.
Oh yeah. One of those would help.
All right. Do you want to jump in, or do you want to show them the web page that Stefan made?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and look at the interface for the Wi-Fi duck.
Okay. Connect to.
So you'll get a Wi-Fi network that it creates. You can connect to it. And I believe the password's Wi-Fi duck. I
remember.
And then you can go ahead and go to the 192.168.41 IP address.
And you're presented with this beautiful web page.
Yep. So the cool thing about this is that this website is entirely hosted on the ESP8266. Like MicroPython does this thing where you can open a web REPL that's actually hosted on your computer but connects to the ESP8266, and it barely looks as nice as this. And again, that's hosted on your computer, but this goes a step further. This is actually the result of my friend Dean, who lives in Spain, and then Stefan working together to create a really cool interface for this. So yeah, this is really, really clean and nice looking.
I'm just going to delete my older script here.
So the way this works also is you have scripts up top where you can run any of these or edit them at any time. And if you wanted to create a new one, like the null byte one we did there, you can just click in the create section and then just type whatever you want. And when you click create, it'll make a new script. What is this one going to be?
Trucker's gonna truck.
Yeah, do it. Can't stop them. There. All right. So now we have a new payload that we can start editing. And once we're satisfied with this, we can save it and then we can run it at any time. So if we're starting from scratch, we can also go down to the bottom where we have all of these commands that are clickable. So if you're a total beginner and you want to get started with just clicking and seeing what something does, running it, seeing the effect on your computer, you can literally just click on any of these white commands. And if you scroll back up, you'll see that they've been added to the script and you can chain them together however you want. So I really love this feature. Stefan just showed it to me on, I think, 2 of these ago. So if you want to check out some of the more advanced features, you can go back and watch that Hacking with Friends, because we go into some really cool stuff about what you can do with all the commands here.
Yeah, sorry, I was looking at all the commands.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot. So let's start with something really basic, just to show what it looks like, maybe.
Sure. Yeah, let's do GUI S, which is GUI is a start key, and pressing S at the same time brings up the search menu. So let's do that. And between every command, you're going to want to use a delay, at least just to be safe.
And why is that?
Because there's going to be a delay between the keys that you enter and how the system reacts. So you might be telling it to download something, and it's going to take a while to download, and it's not going to let you enter a new command if you're in a PowerShell session, because it's still downloading in. But if you don't put a delay in, it'll still be typing anyway, even if you don't have a prompt. So you need to just put in a delay depending on what action you're doing, because it's not instantaneous how the computer reacts to what you're doing.
Right, because I guess it's built for a human, not for a crazy fast typing piece of hacking equipment. So there is the possibility of doing commands too fast, and then when it's loading or doing something else, the commands get jumbled, and then every command after that is messed up, and the whole thing fails.
Yep.
So that's one thing about these scripts. They're pretty fragile, and forgetting to do the right timing can really mess something like this up. So I find that often timing is the most critical thing. You have to give it lots of padding, and then you shave it off and try to find a good kind of compromise between the two.
Yeah,
because if you add too much, you might as well just be sitting behind the computer typing the stuff yourself. If it's 30 to 60 seconds of padding, at a certain point, you're just like, oh my God, they're going to come back from the bathroom. What's happening?
But for your first run, at least err on the side of too much rather than too little.
Agreed, definitely.
Because I think you and I have both been there many times where we haven't added enough, and then something's still downloading, and it tries to enter in a new command, and then it it just collapses from there. All right, so we're gonna do.
Can you enlarge the screen at all? Just a little bit, maybe?
I can enlarge the web page.
Yeah, that's bigger.
All right, so we're gonna delay 100 milliseconds, and then since we're pulling up we're gonna type in PowerShell. So let's do string PowerShell, and string just types out whatever is after the string command.
Instead of like pressing just a sequence of letters. Or
Yeah.
just, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Can you do just like P and then O? And
Yes,
then...
you can. And in fact, if you do this in Arduino, no, there's a way to do a string, but like there's some languages where, yeah, you have to do it like that. And
Individual characters?
It sucks.
That's annoying. All right, so we're going to do PowerShell. It might take a second to type that out, so we're going to do another delay. And then we're going to do Control-Shift-Enter. And what that does is if we go to Control-Shift-Enter, is it tells it to open in administrator mode.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are the reasons why we have to do this in administrator mode?
Because you can always do more stuff in administrator mode. Like if you have the capability or authorization to do it, why wouldn't you? If you're a hacker, at least.
Yeah, that's true. So if you have physical access to someone's computer, then this series of keystrokes will basically blast you through becoming an administrator, and all the stuff about like, well, you need to be administrator to do that is now open to you.
Yeah. Yeah,
Cool.
just with the Control-Shift-Enter, because like you said, computers inherently trust human interface devices like computers or keyboards and mouses. Yeah, you're totally able to just go right into administrator with this.
Okay, well let's race it then. Let's see how fast we can get to administrator.
Okay, well, first, as you saw when I did that with my keyboard, a little box popped up that said, "Are you sure you want to do this?"
Right, denying us.
Yeah, so we're just gonna wait 300 milliseconds for that box to pop up, and then do a left, because the yes option was on the left, and then don't really need to delay a lot like that, and then press enter, and then that should work. Internet connection problem.
No.
I think I just
automatically connected. No, what? Oh no, your script though. Oh, okay, it's connected.
Internal connection problem.
I would copy that.
Okay.
Refresh.
Maybe can we run it on the same computer?
Yeah, definitely 1,000%. Oh, wait a minute. No. Yes. No, I was going to say, so we need to make sure we always plug it into the right microcontroller, otherwise nothing will work. But I believe I've done that.
We're on the right one.
Yeah,
That's
we're on the
one.
correct one. So that's one thing. If this happens to you, that could be a problem. Internal connection problem. Well, one thing that has been coming up is bad USB cables, but that's the good one. Where's the small short black USB cable? I think that's the one that works better. Yeah, that one. Sweet.
All right, let's try switching these cables.
I always try the USB cable first because it's the cheapest thing to replace if something's broken.
It's the wrong side.
All right.
Okay, let's try reconnecting to hack me connect.
One thing I like about microcontrollers is how fast they like restart because they don't do anything really. You know, they're.
Hey!
Whoa! It was the cable. See, I told. Oh, okay.
I think the delay. It was too much of a delay.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait. All right. So it failed, but what do you think happened?
I think we didn't wait long enough. We only waited 300 milliseconds. I think we need to wait more, like 1 second.
Okay.
So let's try that.
All right. Timing.
Timing is everything.
Oh, opening. What? That's more than a second. Press to the left.
Oh, whoa, what?
Try it again.
Let me just increase to 1500.
Yeah.
Also, let me try doing it on just by myself and seeing how that works. Enter. Okay. Yeah, I think it's still just the timing.
2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Hey, okay. All right, so wait. So did that work?
No, it did not work.
Oh, okay. I got excited preemptively.
Okay, I think we also need to do... I think I was just way too...
Excited about...
Yeah, I just want to get this done too quickly. All right, let's run it again.
Wait. Let me... I want to do a timer. Or rather, a stopwatch, right?
It is left, right? Control-Shift-Enter.
Scroll down and look at the documentation.
Pretty sure it's left. Left or left arrow. We're just gonna wait even longer. See how that works. There we go.
That's it. Okay. 7 seconds. I was timing it that time.
So I've had more success with that in the past. Usually that's the easy part. But
still,
just a minor hiccup.
In less than 10 seconds, we can get a administrator PowerShell on a Windows machine that's just left out. So not a bad start. Of course, we can shave that down. If we wanted to go back, I'm sure we could find a way to make it a little bit shorter just by like removing a little bit here and whatnot. But still, very good start. All right.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like the... Oh, whoa. Why does it say S02? Does that have something to do with it?
Maybe.
I think we got some stray characters that... Yeah. Okay.
Well, that was faster.
Yeah, that was much faster. Huh, that's weird.
All right, wait.
Okay, let's try.
Yeah, sorry, I just want to try to do it fast.
Let's just do 1 second, and let's just delay 200, and then instead of GUI S, we're going to do GUI R.
Okay. Ready. Here it goes.
No, it was
too fast. All right, too fast, too furious. We'll try it again.
Last time.
Oh, I wasn't even timing this one.
Oh my god.
But at least we found the limit.
Okay.
So this is how you start to shave down a payload. Once you get something that works, you start like taking a second off, taking a half second off, and you basically need to find the shortest amount of time it takes in order to achieve your objective. So this is how hackers manage to take a fully functioning payload and break it a whole bunch of times to find the lower limit of how short they can make it.
Okay, so I think we've done this enough.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, so I think we should make a PowerShell script.
Cool.
Let's see.
Can you make the font larger?
Yeah, of course.
Cool.
Let's go 28. Too small, too big?
Too small. This is for everyone that's complained about our font size.
Okay, well, we're not going to do
hear
72
you.
because that's just unreasonable.
All right, that's fine.
Okay. All right, so what was one of the scripts that we did last time? We just did like run red rabbit or sequence of commands.
I insisted on doing like that one liner for Red Rabbit that just like loads it.
I need something with multiple lines.
Oh, well, that just starts it. Then you can, do whatever. Things that we did last time, the brute forcing.
Brute forcing. Oh, okay. Let's do that. Sorry. Invoke web request. URI. Let's find. Oh wait, I have to disconnect from HackMe real quick. There we go. I've only saved the password for that one.
I remember we deleted all your Wi-Fi passwords.
Yes, we did, for demonstration purposes. Okay, so, Red Rabbit. I really like how he updated his logo.
Oh, you're gonna do your fancy method again.
What do you mean, my fancy method?
Oh, do you not remember last time me giving you all sorts of trouble for using this method?
He did a third logo.
I like the second one.
I like the second one too. Although I do like how this one's supposed to be like super fast.
I don't like the rabbit though. It looks sick.
Yeah, I mean, but that's, you know, for ASCII art, that's pretty good. Okay, so we're going to copy this raw GitHub text. We need to get rid of that. So say we're going to download something like this. Like that, and we're going to go download Red Rabbit. Do this, say we want to do a quick recon, right? Like that?
Quick recon's not quick.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Okay, well we can just cancel out of it.
Okay, good.
Okay, so
let's not call it quick recon. It's very, very extensive recon. By the way, I see that it dumped all your profiles, and you have administrator, the real Tim, and then another Tim,
and also Squibble. Don't forget about Squibble.
and also Squibble. Wow.
That's the
administrator, right? that's the boss.
That's the trimmed down version of all the accounts that I used to have. All of them are actually just me. They're just the different versions.
Okay.
So see the series of commands that we made. I think we can write a PowerShell script that will convert them into DuckyScript.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so do you mind if I open a text editor?
No.
Okay, let's do Notepad++.
Whoa.
Don't look at that.
Okay.
Okay, so
the text is so small.
Oh, let me see if I can do something. I don't know if I can do something about that.
Settings?
I can change my resolution.
No, and just in this, yeah, in like view or preferences or something.
Yeah, probably actually. Editing.
Sorry guys, we're doing this for you.
Language. General. Maybe it was just in general. Big icons.
Yeah, okay, well that solves one part of the problem. Alright, well, if we can't, then we tried. Notepad++ is a tricky program. Alright, it's fine, it's fine.
Okay. Alright, okay, so... Oh, it's so small, though.
I know, it's so small.
I don't want it to go to Word.
Just start doing it.
Oh, no, let's just go to Sublime.
Okay. Oh, we're supposed to choose the menu options, go to Settings, Style Configure. In the Style Configure dialog, choose the global styles language, then select the default style. Just go to maybe just go to
font size, 28.
Yeah.
Save and close.
Boom. Wait, are we still in the same thing? Notepad++?
Well, how did it not change the font size? Settings, style, config, font size 28. Global override.
Yeah, fire.
How come it didn't change the font size?
Because we're using Sublime now.
Well, I don't know if that's going to be any better.
Maybe the configuration options are less insane.
Default style. 28.
There you
and
go.
close.
Yeah,
all right,
done.
cool.
By the way, if you're curious how to change the font size in Notepad++, we got
Oh
you.
my gosh.
Okay. That's why you tuned in, I'm sure.
We apologize for that slight
Unexpected
off-topic.
piece of knowledge we just gave you.
Okay, so we're creating a PowerShell script that turns a PowerShell script, or actually any kind of script, into a DuckyScript. So first what we want to do is we want to get the location of the file that you're trying to convert. So say you wrote a PowerShell script and that's the one you want to convert. So file equals read host, tag prompt. I'm very aggressive with my prompts.
All right.
And then let's do a default delay. So this is how long you want there to be between each command in the DuckyScript.
Okay.
Prompt between commands.
In milliseconds.
All right, so you're familiar with Python, right?
Yeah.
You know how for loops work?
Yeah.
So for each loops are the same thing as for loops in Python, where you're able to iterate over an item.
All right.
Rather than a regular for loop, which is just, in most languages, a regular for loop just iterates over a number.
Mm-hmm.
And then a for each loop iterates over like items in a list
Mm-hmm.
or something like that. Okay, so what we're going to do is for each line in get content file. So what this does is the for each loop that's the for each loop. The condition is it gets the content, this commandlet get content, reads the file line by line. So it's basically creating an array of each line of the file, which is what we want if we have like a series of commands and we want to separate them out with DuckyScript.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because then we can also pad them with the default delay setting we've done?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is just inside there, we're just going to write output. We're going to do the line, or no, we're going to do string and then the line, because you have to preface it with string.
Right. Otherwise, it'll try to interpret it as a bunch of characters.
Right, and it won't know what's going on. And what's after that? We do a delay.
Yeah.
So this little tick mark and then n, that creates a new line.
Got it.
That's like an escape character. So let's do delay, and then we will do our default delay. Did I call it dealy? I called it dealy. That's
Yeah.
Clearly I don't know how to spell. Delay. All right. So delay, default delay. We're gonna have to do a new line, and then I'm assuming after each command you want to type enter.
Yeah. Otherwise, it won't be submitted.
Right. And then let's just do another default delay after that. And I know it looks like totally not legible at the moment.
No, it makes sense though.
Right now, put string line, then
So it does the whatever we're trying to write. It puts string in front of it and writes it.
then a
And
new
it adds
line,
a delay
delay.
after the new line.
It
Right?
presses enter, and then another delay for whatever the consequence of that entering that command is.
Wait, go back to the beginning part. Whoa. So it's wait. You don't press enter after you read on the string. So where do you do that command? After you write default delay, so it would get jumbled up, right?
No, you just enter in the string, and then you wait a second, and then you press enter.
Yeah, but where in the readout it says delay. It says string line, and then there's no enter though.
It's right here.
Oh, okay. Right after default delay.
So the default delay is the number we entered. That's a variable.
Right. Okay. I just got confused because if I was reading it, I would expect to see an enter between after the string, because then we send the delay after it.
Oh, well then you program Ducky differently than I do, because I usually wait a second to just write the string, because there's been strings that I've written that have been so long that it doesn't even show up on PowerShell for like a second.
Okay. All right. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. So it would just be like string command delay 100 enter.
Yeah. That's what I was expecting.
Yeah, that's what
I just didn't see the enter between the string and then the.
Yeah, so see,
delay.
it's string right here where it's string command, it's string command essentially. Then delay 100 is delay default delay.
Okay.
And then after that is the enter.
Okay, got it. I just didn't see, well, where? Show it.
So the very large font size.
There
is
it is.
complicated
Okay.
things.
I just didn't see it like right away, and I got confused by that. Especially because this is kind of stretched out, but that's because I demanded
Yes.
huge font.
Yes, I wish it would wrap. I don't think it's smart. Well, it's also Notepad++, so I think it's not supposed to wrap. Okay, so let's save this as Let's just save it on the desktop. Convert to duck. Oh, also, we have to greet people.
Of course.
Is that too aggressive of a
No,
greeting?
I think that's
Okay.
appropriate.
All right. Okay, but we also need a PowerShell script now.
Right.
So let's just navigate to our desktop. Actually, wait, was this a different PowerShell session? It has to be because it's so
Yeah,
large.
it's all small.
Yeah. Okay. So we should have the desktop on here somewhere. Or let's go to my desktop and let's open with edit with Notepad++, since we already changed the font settings.
Perfect.
Okay, so to download Red Rabbit, we did the invoke web request. First, let's make a variable for the URL, because I'm having to do the invoke web request and having a huge URL in the same command. So let's go to Red Rabbit, Control C, go back to here. So that's our URL. Invoke URI, URL, and then out file Red Rabbit. .ps1. And then after that, we want to just do run Red Rabbit. So Red Rabbit .ps1. And then after that, we want to wait well, we don't have to choose the delay here. After that, we select option 1, right?
That's the recon?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Is that the first thing it asks? Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Okay, so let's just
try
do
it.
that.
Yeah.
All right, so we will save. And then let's go back to PowerShell. And let's look at everything we have in the file right now. Okay, so let's try converting that to duck.
Do you remember the arguments?
Where is the file?
Great.
It's myscript.ps1.
I just have to say, I don't appreciate the exclamation point with that question mark. That's unnecessary.
I asked you if it was too aggressive, and you said it was fine.
I guess, but seeing it presented to me,
You had your chance, Kody.
All right.
Delay between commands. Let's just do 1 whole second.
Yeah, that's smart.
To be fair, do you think Red Rabbit might even take longer to load?
Who knows? Let's blast it off and see if it works.
All right, so there you go.
All right, so we just copy that and throw it into the Wi-Fi duct.
Yep.
So we'll need to connect back to that.
Yep.
Oh wait, how is it going to download that thing?
Yeah. So that. Yeah. Well, we can. Can we do it on your computer?
Why don't you connect to? What's the most sophisticated way you can think of sharing this string of text with me? Why don't you give me the Wi-Fi duct? I'll plug it into my computer, and you paste this script into it onto my computer.
That's so meta.
Right? I love it.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead and connect.
So to be clear, I'm going to create a Wi-Fi command that has a bunch. I'm going to create a DuckyScript that has a DuckyScript inside of it.
That's again very meta. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let me try that.
I don't even know.
This is uncharted territory.
Wait, is this a stupid idea?
We're gonna find out, Kody. We're gonna find out.
Yeah, because like, all right. Well, I've got Notepad open. You don't gotta manipulate my computer. You can just ask me.
Okay, I don't. Okay, it's not. How is that? How is it gonna understand?
See, that's why I was gonna ask if this was a stupid idea. Because like my backup plan is just paste.
No. Wait. Sorry, just
of course.
Leave it.
Yeah.
I'm connected to it. It's not gonna understand at all what I'm trying to do.
Whoa, it seems to be working.
It did the it like undid what my script did because it's a DuckyScript.
Yeah, exactly. It just reversed it.
Oh, that's too funny. Oh,
that's great. It kind of worked out. All right. So on my screen, I can see kind of like the guts of it.
Yeah, it literally just undid what my...
Wait, scroll to the top of your screen. Let me just see it. What is it? No, not all the way to the top. The top of your... Okay, so it's string... Yeah, it's... it just undid it. So yeah, you gotta do that. Oh my god. Yeah, that's amazing. Delay 1,000. So just in sending it over... So string...
Are you just manually doing
yeah,
it now?
you just gotta touch it up a little bit, right?
Oh my gosh, okay. Wait, you don't have to put strings in quotation marks.
Okay, well then why did you?
I did not.
You did it? Oh, okay.
That was to try to give you the whole thing.
Okay. Well, it didn't work. There we go.
Can't I just run this? Okay, since you're connected to the Wi-Fi duct, can't I just run this?
Well, I mean, yeah. Oh, you mean without disabling? Yeah.
Can't I just, yeah.
Yeah, let's just see if it works.
Yeah, because you're connected to the internet.
Okay, do it.
Okay, I have to undo the weirdness that I did.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep putting in delays.
Sorry, we're all just typing right now. I have to set up the opening PowerShell still.
What?
String PowerShell, delay 500, Control, Shift. Okay, well, we're going to go back to his screen soon, but that's fine. Delay 2000, left, delay 200, enter, delay. Okay, let's go back to Kody's screen and see if this works. All right, don't stop typing.
Fine. Oh, okay. Oh, that's not good. That's definitely not good. All right. Oh, all right, we're in Red Rabbit, and it's dumping all the information about my computer.
Cool.
Hey, good job. All right,
nice.
So just with that, we were able to get all the way to a bunch of information I probably don't want displayed on this live stream, but we'll let it run for a minute anyway, just because who cares? So,
very defensible reason.
Yeah, so, okay, so what we just did was we took a PowerShell script, we turned it into a DuckyScript, we unturned it into a DuckyScript, and then as soon as we did that, we managed to actually run it the original way we planned.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, and also, I'd just like to emphasize that we created a PowerShell script that creates DuckyScripts from PowerShell scripts.
Okay, so I might not have had the best idea with sending the DuckyScript over the DuckyScript because it converted it into a DuckyScript and ran it.
Yeah.
Obviously. But it was worth a shot, and
hilarious.
it seemed like an interesting idea. All right, I'm going to stop this. So is there anything else we might be able to do maybe on your computer instead of mine?
Well, we can...
Maybe password managers.
Okay, if we want to go there, we can go there.
All right, cool.
All right, so I took a look at PowerShell Empire, the no longer really working PowerShell
Very sad
Empire.
because I love that.
There's a lot of stuff that just came up. But they're basically their tool that they use to grab Chrome passwords. I took a look at it. I took some of the script and I kind of just like made it my own a little bit to try to get it to work on my machine. And it does work. Some passwords it doesn't show, but it does show a lot of my passwords.
So can you explain the background of this? Like, what exactly is this attack and how does it work and what does it show?
Okay, yeah. So with this attack, basically all this attack does is it opens the SQLite database that Chrome stores your passwords in.
So this is the Chrome password manager that pops up and offers to store all your passwords whenever you log in to keep them organized and all that.
Mm-hmm. Chrome stores that in a database on your computer.
Okay.
And they are encrypted, and they can only be decrypted with a key that's made from your password, your actual computer password,
okay,
or your account password. So this opens the database, takes all of the passwords out, and then decrypts them using since you have administrator privileges, presumably when you run the script, it decrypts them using your essentially your key.
Because you're logged in as the administrator, so Windows will just supply that key.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah. All right. And is there, you said this was based off PowerShell Empire. Is it based on anything else we could show? Or if people wanted to take a crack at tweaking it, I guess, themselves?
Yeah, there's a few other people that have done this, but they all are doing basically the exact same thing. Okay. The script is not very different. There's like slightly different ways they go about it, but it's all getting into the Chrome SQLite database and then decrypting the passwords.
Cool.
Yeah, so this is the script that I made. To be fair, I didn't really make it. I mostly just like modified PowerShell Empire's script and removed a lot of the stuff that wasn't necessary. And only displayed passwords. Their script originally showed like all of your history, which is also interesting, but I don't know if we want to do that on my computer.
That's probably a good idea.
All right. Well, to be fair, we're not going to show my passwords.
Right, of course. So we're going to cut away before it actually does that because while we've tried to create a dummy account and just dump the passwords there, this script is really good and it actually just dumps everything. Rather than wait any longer and just try to work out the bugs, we decided to show it to you guys anyway, just because it's awesome and kind of scary.
Yes, it is. So the first thing I have to do is make sure that this is the wrong window, is I didn't screw up. And I have to make sure I don't have a DLL that I downloaded real quick. So hold on one second. Yeah, I have to delete that.
Kill it.
Okay. All right, now my script should work.
Cool.
So what that does is that I just deleted basically like the SQLite DLL, which is what we want when we run the script. But if I already have it created, the script that I made will crash because it will have like conflicting errors. Just because I didn't have time to engineer something that like checked and made see if you had it, and then if it didn't, I didn't put any conditional programming into my script.
Got it.
All right, so we can just copy this whole thing. And if we want to go over like what it's doing, basically right here, it's just downloading the assembly DLL, which allows you to navigate, not the assembly DLL, the SQLite DLL, which allows you to navigate through SQLite databases.
Okay.
And then right here, it's locating and opening the SQLite database that stores your Chrome passwords. And then right here, it's basically displaying all the information on each of those entries. And specifically right here, it's trying to decrypt your password.
I see. So that's the nastier part of it.
Yes.
Cryptography. Wow, that's a long.
And
this relies again on you being logged in as the administrator.
Yeah. So even if you're actually not logged in as an administrator, it will. You can do it on some other profile, but it'll only show the passwords. It depends on who's logged in, so it'll only show those passwords.
Okay.
All right. Hopefully it works. It worked every time I've tried it. Oh my gosh. Oh, I think it's because I'm connected to HackMe.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're remember when we were talking about the script relying on on it actually being like connected to Wi-Fi versus being connected to the Wi-Fi duck. That might be why.
All right, let's try that again.
All right, should we be ready to cut away if it starts dumping?
Yeah, but it still didn't work.
Okay, good. Then we have some stuff to debug. It's a lot of red.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well.
Is there a way to run it without copying and pasting it?
Yeah, so let's use someone else's script.
Okay.
So this worked when I tested it. I'm not sure why it's not working now. Make sure everything's in order. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Computers. Beautiful mystery.
Yeah, so I think we can just download this from PowerShell Empire, their get chromedub PowerShell script.
Cool.
So let's get out of all this. IEX, new item, that .web client, .download string. Download does not contain a method named download string. Huh, that's weird. I've never had that issue before.
Maybe. Huh.
New object net.web client .download string. Oh, that's why. Sorry about that. It's new object, not new item.
All right, so now we're trying to download someone else's.
Yes.
And is it going to run it immediately, or is it just going to save it and then we run it?
This script contains malicious content and has been blocked by your antivirus software. All right. Well, we know how to get around that.
Yeah, we do.
We just go to this list of ways to get around that specific problem, and we go to this one, which works on my computer. And to reiterate, this is the GitHub repository. I'm not gonna say the whole thing out loud.
Secure the shit.
All right. Well, okay. I didn't know that was this kind of show, but
yeah,
all right.
It is. You're welcome.
All right. Let's copy that. Go down here.
Whoa.
And then just redo it. It should work.
All right. All right. So we should
shouldn't
be ready
get an error. Yeah. And now we just do get chrome dump.
I'm so abused after all the red. Yeah, we should be ready. Unable to load SQLite assembly.
What?
Yes.
What?
Is this an administrator PowerShell session?
Oh, it's not. Oh,
Does that explain anything?
that explains everything.
Oh, sorry. I thought about it like a couple minutes ago, and I was like, seems like maybe.
Oh man. Okay. All right. So maybe my script actually works, but I'm just have horrible. I'm just okay.
I just won't keep that to myself next time when I think of it.
Yeah, don't, because now I just look like the world's biggest.
Well,
fool.
I don't know that much about PowerShell. I was just like, oh, Tim's gonna play on hard mode, and I guess we should be ready to cut away if we see anything that's not red. Whoa, the suspense. I just don't want to see any red, you guys.
Though there will still be red. The red is very hard to avoid. It will, in between the red messages, though, will be my passwords.
Or it'll just hang. Wait, let it do its dirty work. Or maybe it's just frozen.
How was your day, Kody?
Whoa, all red.
Exception calling fill.
Database locked.
Oh, that's because I have Chrome open.
Oh.
Okay, so one thing about
is locked. Database is locked. I like that it's
one thing about SQL databases and SQLite databases is if you try to access them, when you access them, they become locked, so nothing else can access them at the same time. So that the data
to create
is being
conflicts
preserved.
between the data.
Yeah. Okay, so if Chrome is open and you try to run this, it will not work. And in the original script, there was a check to see if the Chrome process was running, but
and then kills it.
Yeah, but I just wanted to simplify the script, so. We have to delete the. Yep.
Permission denied, Tim. Your computer does not trust you.
I think it's because it thinks that
you are a virus.
It's because PowerShell's open.
Oh. I have to say, a little disturbing to watch this computer ignore you.
Whatever. All right, so Chrome is closed.
All right, so now we have a couple conditions.
All the stars should be aligned.
All right. Get ready to cut away.
Go away. Go away.
Okay. So we thought this might happen, and we put a tiny delay so that we could maybe blur out some of those. Hopefully we caught them. But yeah, so as you can see, when the stars are perfectly aligned, then we can actually make sure to dump all of Tim's passwords onto the internet with the script. Again, hopefully we caught those. You guys are nice, right? Cool. No one watches this show.
Oh man!
Yeah.
If all of a sudden crazy things start happening, I know what happened.
Well, I think hopefully we'll be fine. But anyway, so to cap all that off, we have a success in dumping a bunch of passwords that are stored in a supposedly secure password vault for Chrome, which is really just an SQLite database that the script takes advantage of. So really here, we've identified a pretty quick way we can go in and dump a lot of sensitive information in a format that we can easily put into a DuckyScript. Do you think we should put that into a DuckyScript, or do you think we should call it a day?
I think we should call it a day.
All right.
I think if we put into a DuckyScript, we're just going to risk showing everyone my private information at the same time.
All right, well, to avoid hacking Tim, I guess we'll call it a day for today. But we will do more of these if you guys like watching us build payloads. If you want to see some more Windows payloads, if you want us to test out some more Windows tools, please subscribe to the SecurityFWD channel, and you can check out the playlist of all these different Hacking with Friends that we've done. We'll be doing them quite frequently, so you can tune in on Tuesdays and Fridays. And yeah, thank you, Tim, for joining us. Thank you to Varonis for actually sponsoring this and deciding it was a good idea for us to bring these to you. Without them, it would be impossible to do them. So if you want to check out Varonis and see all the amazing things they do, check out the Cyber Attack Workshop, and you can see them shutting down hackers like us and how all their great stuff works. So, all right, thank you guys. We will see you next time. And until then, stay safe.
Bye.
Bye.